Dino, wow.
The 206 version, but yeah, it's an idea that I've got in the garage area. You'll see parts of engines and parts of car, and what it is, I'm making. It's an idea that I've got to make an MG front and rear, and then make my own chassis in the middle, and then put my mould on top of it, because the MG front and rear subframes incorporates all the steering, the suspension, the engine, absolutely everything. So it'll be an incredibly easy build for somebody.
Okay.
And cheap compared to a lot of things.
Yeah.
So that's, but that was a car that I've done.
Amazing. I'm so impressed. It's difficult to put into the words how many interesting things you got and what you're creating here. And yeah, I'll try to do well in life. So one day maybe you and me, John, we might build one car as well for the channel and people, and just take it on a road trip.
Do a timeline build.
Timeline build, yeah. But definitely I need someone like you to help me out, because my engineering skills are not on that level. And we also got this companion that always helps you, isn't it?
That's Floki.
Floki.
We go everywhere together. We're, yeah, he's actually registered as my therapy dog.
Wow.
But yeah, he's
very, very intelligent dog.
Everywhere I go, he is.
That's beautiful.
And everywhere he is, I go.
That's beautiful.
You're a good boy.
Following us everywhere where we're filming, it's amazing.
Good boy. If you look to your left there, this was a section of an R8.
Okay.
Somebody had a really badly damaged car, and I cut sections off of it. And this is where all the suspension mounts. It's upside down at the moment, but the suspension. So I copied all the points of where everything mounts, and I know it's going to be the same as the original car. And I've got the front cut somewhere. That's actually the rear cut, and the front cut somewhere that I copied as well, because I just wanted to make sure that it's no good guessing. You have to, for me, the way my mind works, if you're going to do something, do it right. And, you know, don't guess, because guessing, well, if you get it wrong, it doesn't handle.
Especially in geometry and suspension, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can't really guess much. Wow.
So yeah, it was all done off of that. But I like keeping the bits around. I think that's why I end up in a mess sometimes, because I keep a lot of the bits because they're like a bit of a memory of what I've done, and you know, they do mean a lot to me. They've helped me, even though they're inanimate objects.
Amazing.
Well, yes.
Show us your CNC machine and the wood pieces. I've seen them before. I think I filmed them a bit, but just so people understand how much actually woodwork is involved.
Yeah.
And in my opinion, it's a very good way, because if you can make it from the wood, you can make it from the metal.
This is so. This pile here, they were all. I wanted to get everything perfect. So we ended up like. I was making the clutches out of MDF, putting little notes on there for myself, and then all of the parts, if they just weren't quite right, I'd move it very slightly, just to get things perfect. But this is probably a quarter of what I actually did.
Lots of prototypes.
Lots and lots of prototypes, and you see all little, everywhere you look, you see bits of it. These were different thicknesses that I was trying, that, you know, because this bit ends up holding the gearbox gets bolted to it, through it, and these bits, I changed the way it was, and just to get the ultimate strength. So, and then the roll pins, they locate everything
we're supposed to
together. So, oh, that one goes there. That one will go there. So it's all located perfectly together when it all goes on.
Bada bing, bada boom. Lovely.
Yeah.
Solid bracket.
Well, yeah. I think everywhere, there's just bits of this is the good thing with having your own equipment and having a CNC. If you think it, you can make it.
Yeah, true.
So it's just the only thing is your mind. The only when it stops you. But you can test bits and try them, because like on this bit as well, that's where the Hall effect sensor is going to be. So I've given a dot. So when I drill, that'll be a perfectly straight line. But I've already worked out that depth there, because I'm not sure where it's going to come in relation to that way. But when I put the gearbox on, I'll measure it and drill this hole for the sensor to go on the pickup ring, which I mentioned is 60-2 earlier. So yeah, there's a lot of it's always going, always ticking.
That's it. That's how it should be, John.
This is the little CNC. As I say, a lot of the finer bits get done on this. The smaller parts, the thinner aluminiums, that's glued down. I need to get that up. But these were little spacers. No, these were little blank-off plates that are made for the engine.
For the engine, I've seen it. I've seen them from the outside. Okay.
Because the big one's just a bit cumbersome to do things like that. So I've got this lovely little one.
Is it true, John, that if you want to get loads of car friends, or two things you need to get, a CNC machine and a ramp, and you get a lot of people who become suddenly friends of yours?
Yeah.
That's like
I have a hell of a lot of magic people up here.
when you got CNC machine and a ramp, yeah?
Come in for a cup of coffee and, can you just make this? So, yeah. Same with the 3D printer.
Oh, yeah, that's a new one. That's a new gadget. Yeah, that's a list. That's another item in the list. Do you want to show your 3D printers?
Yes.
Yeah? Let's go have a look.
I do keep that one because it's quite a dusty environment. I'm on a farm. I do tend to keep this one behind a curtain. There's quite a lot of little bits, so it's like, the magic.
That's the magic.
Yeah, so there's a large printer in there, 500 by 500 by 500, and then I've got a little resin printer as well. So I can do things like switches and knobs. They come out really, really well on there. So yeah, it was fun to learn as well.
So you're using a lot of modern technology, basically.
Yeah.
And I think with the time moving forward, 3D technology is just going to get better and better. And for us car guys, it's really a big gift and makes a life easier.
It definitely does. I mean, like say, if you, like with the MDF, you're making that, and then I've made a lot of bits in 3D printing to test things, how they work, rather than wasting lots and lots of materials. And you can walk away from it while it's printing and carry on with something else.
Exactly. Right, loads of panels everywhere. It's just beautiful. I'm overwhelmed. Diffusers, bumpers in Kevlar. I mean, let me make a statement and a claim to whoever is watching this. In my opinion, from what I know about the F40s and from what I see now, I think you, John, building actually better car than it was from the factory F40.
Thank you, yeah.
With a better brakes, with a better suspension, with more reliable engine, and as you said, it's actually affordable, and it's affordable to maintain it.
Yes.
Because that's another thing with cars people don't realize. Especially in United Kingdom, you can buy basically any car on credit, finance, all that. But to actually maintain it correctly to the standards is a bit different. So a lot of people drive nice cars, but we don't maintain them, where, it's quite important aspect. And with F40, it's exactly the same. If you got real deal, you'll be paying F40 tax on it. Over here, basically, any guy that knows how to do some mechanical works can actually work by himself. So it's amazing build, and what you're doing. It's amazing.
What I wanted was, these can be driven as a daily driver. They're more than maintainable. They'll be quite, I wouldn't say good on fuel, because I'm guessing when you get behind the wheel of one, it's just going to go, things are going to take over in the head.
Fuel probably is the last worry should be for someone who buys one of your cars. But the rest, the maintenance and all that, I think is so important. And the accessibility of the parts as well. If something happens, you can get them. And when it comes to drivetrain and all that, it's either Audi or Porsche. And it's just I think you thought it through so well.
I've tried to keep bespoke parts down to a minimum, but the bespoke parts that I have made, like the clutches, etc., they now have a number. So I can call Helix Motorsport and say, can I have a whatever number it is, and they'll produce it. Same with the steering rack, that's now got a number. And everything else I've tried to keep. The drive shafts will have to be bespoke, but again, I've used the company that I've used them before, and they'll have a number. So again, it's not like going to be like, oh well, that doesn't exist, I can't get that. None of that. Everything will be, 90% of it will be off the shelf.
That's beautiful.
So,
amazing.
Yeah, any enthusiast can have one.
Amazing. Right, John. I think it's enough. You showed so much for the first episode. Someone who's gonna watch this far they either gonna like us or they're gonna hate us. There's not gonna be any middle grounds, I believe. But that's how it is when you do unusual things in life. It's not for everyone. But yeah, I mean, if someone doesn't like F40s, they like cars, it's probably something wrong.
We just love cars, yeah.
Okay, thank you so much once again for showing me around and becoming friend with me. It's really amazing.
Yeah.
And I'll be coming here definitely more often now. I was planning maybe every 3 months, but we'll see. I think I'll swing by more often for a tea or something. Yeah. Thank you so much. Okay, do you want to maybe say goodbye as well to or whoever? You know what? Let's put the camera. Both of us. We're gonna say goodbye to the person that's watching us. All right, let me put it here.